levels of severity. They include Catch Croaker, the meat hook, because he was known for snatching human meat, Verslaker, the spoon licker, Hertha Skettler, the door slammer who gets a joy out of making people grumpy, Ketta Sneaker, the candle beggar who eats candles, leaving his victims in the dark, Gata Thiever, the doorway sniffer who can smell baked goods and steals bread and cookies, Buchner-Kriker, the sausage swiper who steals smoked meats, Gilliager, the gollygawk who puts a potato in your shoe, which is a very minor inconvenience compared to the meat hook guy, Gluggageier, the window peeper who's essentially Krampus's spy, and Stechester, the sheep harasser who steals sheep's milk and also leaves a potato, which could be a good thing if you like potatoes more than you like milk. However, while working under Krampus, the Yule lads take on a much darker intention.
And his helpers. I could only listen as they dragged my family into the underworld, knowing that I would be next. But Krampus didn't take me that night. He left me as a reminder of what happens when hope is lost, when belief is forgotten, and the Christmas spirit dies.
The little girl is given a bell with Krampus's name on it to remember what happened that night. Many decades later, in the 2010s, that girl has a family of her own, including her son Tom, her daughter-in-law Sarah, and 2 grandkids, Max and Beth, who refer to her as Omi, the German word for grandmother. After so many years, Omi thought she was in the clear, but this year, maybe the first year that Max is old enough to grapple with the idea of Santa Claus possibly being a fallacy, the family's Christmas spirit is at an all-time low. Max gets into a fight at a nativity recital at the local Mucho Mart while his sister laughs and records him. This is the bad behavior that catches Krampus's eye, but the evil Xmas entity would take notice of the entire family when Max's letter to Santa is exposed by the visiting cousin.
I just wanted Christmas to be like it used to be, but forget it. I hate Christmas! I hate all of you!
Which is actually still not as bad as what Kevin McAllister told his family in Home Alone.
I don't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life. I hope I never see any jerks again.
Maybe if Krampus had been the one to break into his house, he would have had more success than the duo of bumbling burglars. Anyway, Max tears up his letter to Santa, and it's sucked into a whirlwind. It's almost as if releasing this letter into the night's air is a catalyst for the blizzard that immediately rolls in, knocks out the power, and deadlocks the family in place together in their own neighborhood. The next morning, December 23rd, Max notices a creepy snowman in the front lawn, almost spying on them, and they receive a couple of unmarked Christmas presents at their doorstep. The neighborhood seems like it's almost entirely empty as Beth walks down the block to visit her boyfriend, but on the way there, the sky goes dark, and she hears sleigh bells overhead. But this is not the Christmas legend that she is familiar with. Beth tries to escape to a parcel delivery van, but finds the driver frozen to death inside, so she hides out underneath it. We pretty much know what all the family members did to provoke Krampus's wrath, but what did this delivery driver do? He seemed innocent enough, like he even braved the awful weather to deliver their package. Most delivery drivers would have just dumped it in the sewer and marked it as delivered.
Too much work. Let's burn it.
No, I really wanted the mozzarella stick for fun.
Oh, you stole my food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I say about telling you to eat, but now I'm saving the rest from you for tomorrow
No.
because you stole them? Yeah?
No, you say what time me?
Thinking about it.
Man.
I didn't say I was.
Okay, I'm hungry. I haven't ate.
That's your fault.
That's your fault.
I don't know what the fuck to eat.
That's your fault.
So it's in there, so of course I'm going to...
No, you're not just supposed to get another people's food and eat it.
Okay, well you already ate, so I thought that was...
That was my leftovers for supper tomorrow.
She said, don't nobody get into her shit before she even put it up.
I didn't hear her say that.
Because you don't listen.
You don't listen when you're on
Me,
the
you don't
game.
say it loud enough.
No, she said it loud enough, trust me.
Oh shit.
I was on...
I shouldn't be around anyway, since you didn't...
Because that was our date.
That was our date. We don't have one every month.
You're not a couple with us.
I'm your child.
Exactly.
So you're
That's
not
a
If
couple.
we're going on a date as a couple to eat,
No, you
that
ain't going
means we
on
buy
a
food
date.
for us.
Yeah.
You're ordering it to home.
For a date.
That's a dinner date.
Man, I'm sure I gotta find out what the fuck I want to eat.
Poop. You just ate it.
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I
you did.
didn't.
You drunk poop.
There's fries. There's mozzarella sticks that you
Okay,
can
I
cook.
don't.
No, I'm going to cook mine.
No, so we have money to order me something too.
Boy,
We didn't.
we didn't, and if we're doing it as a date, you're not getting nothing.
I should get something. You can still do it as a date for you and Dad and still give me something.
No!
Yes, you can.
No!
You've done it before.
No.
No!
Uh-huh.
We never have it when we do it that way.
We have never. No.
You can still be a date with you and Dad and just give me something.
Not gonna happen.
Now, either let's
You may
finish the
have
video or be done with it.
And say we dumped it in the sewer.
Whatever happened to respect for essential workers? In any event, Beth seems to be in the clear until she notices that Krampus has left behind a little present. Back at the house, another ominous snowman has appeared, and that evening, Tom and Uncle Howard discover hooved footprints while out looking for Beth. Howard is attacked by a creature burrowing under the snow and nearly pulled into the ground right then and there, presumably to take him to hell. Tom is able to save him, but the bite wounds are severe. Fans tend to refer to this creature as the Snow Beast. It's hard to tell exactly what it is because it's never seen, but it seems to operate similar to the Graboid from the Tremors franchise. That night, as the family drifts off to sleep around the fireplace, their only source of warmth, the flame dwindles down, allowing one of the gingerbread men to descend the chimney on a metal chain and abduct Howard's son, Howie Jr. This happens right after the battery dies on an iPad that had been playing Christmas music. It kind of makes me wonder if that needed to happen before the evil gingerbread man could attack. Considering how many characters in Trick or Treat become vulnerable the moment that they ruined a Halloween tradition, it could be that the warm fire and Christmas music were the things protecting the family until they both went out. It brings to mind Macy, who became the target of a horde of dead school children the moment that she extinguished the final jack-o'-lantern. Beth was punished for choosing boyfriend over family and leaving them, and now Howie Jr. happened to be the closest victim when the flame and music went out. Or maybe it has something to do with him trying to take a bite out of the gingerbread man. Like you're not supposed to eat the cookies, you're supposed to leave them out for Santa. But to be fair, that gingerbread man was kind of begging to be eaten. The family is unable to save Howie Jr., practically burning the house down in the process. As the clock rolls over to December 24th, Christmas Eve, Omi explains to Max's cousins, Stevie and Jordan, that Krampus judges them not just on their behavior, but also by what they believe in their hearts. As the two of them head to the upstairs bathroom, they're attacked by the contents of the unmarked packages that Krampus left for them the previous day. Jordan is devoured by Dirk Clown, who seems to have grown larger since abducting Beth, but the adults are able to save Stevie and fend it off, only to come face to unsettling face with Perkta.
Yeah, I'm sick, and now you.
Marshall Fires hustle for new kids. Right up to the last minute. Get the good stuff.
The adults in the attic not only have to pry Perkta from off of Sarah, but they're charged by Teddy Clow and continually jabbed by the robot TikTok. That name still sounds weird every time I say it now. Downstairs, the gingerbread trio stages an attack on Howard, who is able to fend them off with the help of his dog, but when the family reconvenes in the living room, something can be heard skulking above the ceiling. Dirk Clown falls through from above, and another massive battle with the army of toys ensues. But before Aunt Dorothy can fire off the finishing shot, the family finds out just what was hiding in those creepy snowmen that have been piling up outside the house. These are the Yule lads that I mentioned earlier. Once they break through the wall, it's pretty much game over. One of them steals the baby, then Aunt Dorothy and Uncle Howard are yanked out of the house via chain not long after. Realizing that they'll have to ditch the house in order to have any chance to survive, they make a break for the broken down snowplow out in the street. But Omi stays back to finish what she started with Krampus all of those years ago. Everyone knows that old Saint Nick comes down the chimney to give. That is, give presents to children. So you'd expect that his opposite half would come down the chimney and take, and that's exactly what he does. Take the life of the girl who it had given a warning to so many decades before. Who needs Santa Claus when this stable bringer of fear possesses a huge pair of actual claws to open up his satchel of tricks and let the evil toys within pounce on the old woman? Outside, Max watches as his family is picked off one by the snow beast burrowing around under the icy powder, proving that it would have been impossible to escape at any point. Only he and Stevie make it to the snowplow, and when the elves abduct her, he finally finds himself face to face with Krampus. An interesting detail here is that when he finally gets a good look at the creature that's been haunting his family